All right, so I know we teased it last week about my raccoon story for the cold open this week, but I am going to have to forego that for another one that is, I think, is hilarious. And so, Ryan and Matt, you both know about the raccoon story.
Yes.
This story you don't know about, and it didn't happen to me personally, but happened to someone that we talk with pretty frequently. And this somebody is currently at Disney World. He loves Disney World. He's my best friend. He's going to be my best man in a couple weeks. And so he's at Disney World. He's 31 years old. He's at Disney World this week with his dad. And he's not a big social media. Well, I mean, he has Facebook, but I don't have Facebook, so I don't see it. But he doesn't tweet. He doesn't have an Instagram, or he does, but he doesn't use them. And he has a Snapchat, and he's usually just like a purveyor of Snapchat. He doesn't really use it. But for some reason, the other day, he was like sending us a group of 30-year-old men Snapchats of him at Disney World. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, he's got to know we don't care. So, and they kept coming, and we were all texting each other about it, on the side, like, what's he doing? Like, what's he up to? And so I talked to him last night, and I remember him telling me that he he was going down to Disney, and he was taking some edibles with him. And I said, oh, all right, well, he's in I don't know how he was getting him down there on the plane, but somehow he got him down there on the plane. And he was at the pool the other day, and he forgot that he left his edibles in his backpack. So the edibles all melted together. So he didn't have like a correct dosage. So he had this mass of edibles, and he took that and he put it in the freezer to like harden it up. So it would stay in one piece, I guess, and he wouldn't start like, I don't know, losing pieces. I don't know what the thinking was behind this. And so they were going.
There wasn't.
They were going.
There wasn't.
They were going to Magic Kingdom, him and his dad. And he says, "Oh, well, I want to take an edible to go to Magic Kingdom, but like I don't have the pieces anymore, so I don't know the dosage." So he said he took a couple of bites of this mass of edibles, and he
frozen.
said he was so fucking high at Disney World. He said he went on Pirates of the Caribbean. He didn't know where he was. And so he's like, "Oh my god, I don't even remember sending those."
That makes a lot of sense.
Oh yeah,
that makes too much sense.
Because there was also like in the Snapchats he was sending, there was no caption, there was no audio. It was just like him aimlessly moving his hand left to right with his phone. I'm like, what are we supposed to be seeing?
Here's the parade. Here's this thing, and it wasn't anything like, like cool. Like here's this, street performer, or look at this cool new ride. It was just like the parade and like a couple of people like all the people walking into Disney. Like, so, now we know why. It's because he was
the best.
He was stoned out of his mind at Magic Kingdom.
When we went for Neil's bachelor party, and we got there a few minutes earlier than the people with the key or the keys combination. Remember, we pulled up, and then Derek and Fam pulled up, and Fam's just like, first of all, he's already very high. And then he's showing me this, like, the droplets, which I had never tried before. I'd never seen before. His droplets. And he's like, you want to try? I'm like, no, I'm good. Because, like, I know myself. Like, if I do it too early or too much, I'm done for the rest of the day. Toast. So he's like, oh, no, don't worry. It's just like one droplet is, like, taking a hit of a joint. And I was like, oh, all right. As he proceeds to dip the thing into the jar, fill it up to its, like, the little droplet thing full, and just squirt it, and then do it again, squirt it. I was like, so that was like, you just went on 2 blunt rides.
Yeah. And Derek said he was doing that the whole way up.
You got to hit a peak, right? I mean,
I don't know. He's finding it. If he hasn't yet, he's finding it.
He's pushing the limits of...
When he
there's 2 type of people that push the limits in this world. There's people like Elon Musk, and then there's people like Anthony Famigetti.
Yeah. Who's doing the bigger work? Who's to say?
Ryan, who's right? Who's to say? Who's to say?
I still got my Dogecoin, so we'll see.
Hey, hold strong.
I mean, I'm not letting go of it unless it hits like.
No, you have.
$100.
We've decided at this point that, or Adam and I, that we just you got to hold on to it.
Right. I have so little
ride
invested.
now.
We're on the ride. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Let it ride.
If it hits, I just don't want to be that person like, who traded in their Bitcoin at $2 and now it's at 250,000.
Right.
Right.
Never know.
Yeah.
Mark Cuban likes it too. I mean,
Mark Cuban likes it. You can buy a Luka jersey with it. You can buy tickets to the Mav games with it. It's pretty
Luka
wild.
gets into a horrific helicopter accident.
Oh God.
God, why don't you say that?
Welcome to the Average Nobody's podcast, number 120
Ooh, big number.
for March 13th?
60 times 2.
May
May
13th.
13th.
What did I say?
March.
May. It's M's. That's it. It's an M. It's May 13th, 2021. I am Matt Vieira here with Adam Bernardino.
And Ryan Fogarty.
I'm in my bedroom.
All three of us on video. Two of us in the studio. Right, Adam, is that chair comfortable?
It's nice. It's nice. I can't wait to get all three of us back in here again.
It's going to be beautiful.
And Mitch on the ones and twos.
Mitch on the ones and twos. You got to get him in here. Right now, Mitch is writing his speech for he's best man for Rob Castellucci. It is his wedding this weekend. And Mitch is writing the speech right now, so he couldn't be with us.
Bullet points, Mitchell.
Bullet points, Mitch. That's it. All right. You can find us averagenobodies.com, youtube.com/theaveragenobodies, where you can watch the video version of this podcast. If you're listening to just the audio version, if you want to see us, if you want to go through that pain, youtube.com/theaveragenobodies.
I prefer the video.
I like the video too. And also I'm going to start, now that I got the video function figured out, I'm going to start adding in some fun little things that you can only get in the video version.
Right,
like
maybe racy outfits. And
maybe maybe pictures of the people that we pick in our upcoming snake draft of favorite coaches in movies and TV. You know, maybe something like that. Maybe a points little counter for when we do celebrity birthdays. Who knows?
Got to bring up the...
Speaking of...
It's time for everyone's favorite game show, Celebrity Birthdays.
Who is it? All right, so this week it is my turn to host Celebrity Birthdays. Trying to open up the scorecard right now, but my computer is not cooperating with me, so we'll just get right into it. I know for a fact that I'm in first place.
Wow.
I'd like to put it on the record that last week when we gave Adam the chance to guess Adele, I reviewed the footage, and I did, in fact, raise my hand before Adam.
Oh, all right.
I don't want a point correction.
Oh,
that was my bad. I should have had it up.
I just want it to be known.
So I'll take it. I'll give a half.
No, I don't want it. No, get out of here. I don't want your half point.
Fine. All right.
I
So
just want you to know.
we've got Matt with 29 points.
Strong. You forgot to add strong 20.
Strong 2-9.
Okay.
Ryan with 34.5. And Adam at 38.5. And Mitch with 4 still.
Yeah.
So, not a banner day for celebrity birthdays today, but I've got 6 here, and I expect you to get, between the two of you, get all 6 of them.
Okay.
So, okay, we'll go with this one first. Most known for being an evil bastard, but sometimes caught in the dirt with Tommy Lee, this actor hates snow. Ryan.
Oh.
Matt.
Is it Russell Brand?
No.
I didn't see The Dirt. But wasn't MGK in The Dirt?
He was.
Machine Gun Kelly?
Nope.
Hates the snow.
Most known for being an evil bastard, but sometimes caught in the dirt with Tommy Lee, this actor hates snow.
You said a dirty bastard?
An evil
No,
bastard.
evil.
Bastard.
Emphasis on the bastard.
Like Mike Myers?
Nope.
It's like a fat bastard, but you would have had
It's
to
not
go.
Kit. No, not Kit Harington.
Oh,
Was he was in the dirt?
it's Bolton, Ramsey Bolton.
That is correct.
I don't know his real name.
Ramsey Snow, Ramsey Bolton. Ryan, if you want to try your name at the actor's name.
Jacques.
Nope.
Cousteau.
His name is Iwan Rheon. Something like that. IWANRHEON.
The Flayed Man.
Okay.
And he played Ramsey Snow / Bolton in Game of Thrones.
That was a
And-
good clue.
That
He was
was
in The Dirt?
I totally didn't think.
Yeah, he was the bass player in The Dirt. He was
That's
he was
right,
the
he
guitar
was.
player, Mick Mars.
Yeah. That was a good clue. That was good. That was a good job.
How old?
I would have never got his name though.
Yeah, that's a half a point for Matt.
He's 36.
Ryan?
I'm gonna say he's 35.
He is
Quick look up.
36 years old.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
go.
You
man.
say, kid, and just like
Hey,
that,
have
Matt's in the
yourself
30s.
A day.
All right.
Well done, Matt.
Thank you.
Okay. Next up,
Like that?
That was good.
a love her or hate her. Most people love her or hate her. As an HBO writer, director, and actress, and no matter what your opinion on her, she always stays true to being one of the girls. Ryan.
Lena Dunham.
That is correct. Lena Dunham.
Very good. Very good.
Like I say it. Lena Dunham is 33 years old.
Lena Dunham is 34 years old.
Right on the tip of your lips.
I know. Is
Lena
it 5?
Dunham
Is it 35?
35 years old.
Ah!
Could have had 2 in a row ages.
Wow.
Shit. Could have had 2 in a row.
I could see it. I
Right?
could see the
I know.
A funny man known for his reports or his daily appearances with Jon Stewart. His favorite food is broccoli rabe. Ryan.
Stephen Colbert.
Stephen Colbert.
Broccoli Rob.
Happy birthday, Steve.
Stevie baby.
How old is the Colbert?
The Colbert. I'm going to say Stephen Colbert is 52.
That's good. If he weren't 56.
It's too bad he's 57.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, Matt, you were,
Oh, my
you were right
God.
there today.
Oh, man.
Shit.
Close.
Damn.
This writer, producer has killed it for more than a generation. Although he has more than a deuce of successes to his name, one in particular always pulls the right wires of my heart. Ryan.
David Simon.
David Simon, baby. See, Jen was like, what the fuck is that? I don't know what, nobody's going to get that. I'm like, Ryan is going to get that.
Yeah.
It's David Simon's birthday, the creator of The Wire, Generation Kill, The Deuce, and I tried to get Treme in there, but I couldn't.
Yeah, that's. You just have to put the word for me. Matt, do you want to go first for the age guess?
No.
You got it right. You have to go first.
Yeah, you go
Okay.
first.
David Simon is. So I feel like So bald people always throw me off because he could be 80 and he could be 40.
It's true.
I'm gonna say he's 57.
I'm going to say he's 60.
David Simon is 61 today.
That's unbelievable.
That's
It's crazy how
unbelievable.
close we get.
That's literally unbelievable. But you know what, though? I told myself in my head it was 59. I decided 60. So, I
You're
was
there.
2 off,
All right.
if you want to do that math.
A consistently starring in movies from Tarantino and Anderson, he has range to play a pimp, a dog, a wolf, a commander, and the devil.
Oh, my God. Oh, it's Harvey Keitel.
It is Harvey Keitel.
My God. The name just like went out and then boomeranged back in. Yeah, Harvey Keitel is 76.
I'm gonna say 78.
So you don't want to say 77?
Harvey Keitel is 82 years old.
Whoa!
Right?
Wow, good for him.
So that means he
Crazy.
was 80 years old when he shot The Irishman? Right?
Yeah.
Around there?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe 79. Pretty wild. Pretty wild.
And
Harvey.
last but not least, even though he started as a teen heartthrob that sucked, his career has been a good time since. More recently starring in A Lighthouse, but soon he'll be a Dark Knight. Ryan.
Bobby Pattinson.
Bobby Pattinson.
Credit to that riddle. The end was it started strong and ended very strong.
You like that?
Yeah.
Lighthouse,
got a good time.
Dark Knight. Come on.
Pretty good.
Hey,
Pretty good.
That was very impressive. Robert Pattinson is 35 years old.
If he wasn't 34.
Robert Pattinson is 35 years old, baby.
Big old
day.
round.
And just like that, Ryan takes the lead.
Wow, 39?
Yes.
How many points?
39.5 on a buzzer beater.
Right.
Shit.
Well done, guys.
I
I knew you guys would get
I got some catching up to do.
all of those.
Well done, Adam. Well
Got
done.
some catching up
I like
to do.
those. And that's all we got for Celebrity Birthdays.
That's it for this episode's edition of Celebrity Birthdays.
Who was it?
And now a word from our sponsor.
Today, the Average Nobody's podcast is sponsored by Hot Wieners. Let me explain to you what a hot wiener is. It's a hot dog, but it's way worse for you.
Terrible for you.
Terrible
The lowest
for you.
grade meat that a human being can buy.
It's not allowed in some states. And then you take ground beef and you put like the most amount of sodium in a seasoning that you possibly can inside the meat. You cook it up, you put it on there, you chop up some onions, celery, salt, a little bit of mustard. That's a hot wiener all the way.
Oof.
Let's
Gotta take a shower after you eat one, though.
Let's get into the draft. So I think, Ryan, we were talking, I think it's my turn. Now we're at the back of the top. I
Yeah.
go first.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, we need a little jingle for this. So Ryan, you want to go ahead and explain what today's draft is? Today's snake
do.
draft?
So today's snake draft is going to be movie and television coaches. So the only thing that we're excluding is you cannot pick a character that is the same as a real person. So some of these coaches might be based on other people, but no Denzel and Remember the Titans, because his character name is actually the same name as the coach.
Okay.
And also like Herb Brooks and
Immediately
Miracle.
who I went to. Immediately who I went to.
Yeah.
Well,
From Miracle?
You have to. He's like one of the best, and Kurt Russell's like amazing in that role.
Yeah, he
Great
is.
movie.
So as long as the coach is fictional in some sort, he can be based on a real person, but it can't be the same name as the actual person. And it can be from movies or television.
Excellent.
All right, Maddie, start us off.
First pick. I think you both know where this is going. Mr. Coach Klein.
Mr.
Mr.
Klein.
Coach Klein from The Waterboy.
Great pick. I had him. He was on my list.
So, yeah, Henry Winkler
Great pick.
is a legend.
With the green notebook, though.
With the green notebook, Mr. Coach Klein. So funny. Like, really, like, that. Henry Winkler might have been the first, like, Adam Sandler movie actor where you're like, how did Adam Sandler get Henry Winkler to be in this? Like, of course, like, Henry Winkler probably wasn't doing much at the time.
To like play that role.
That movie
Right.
is like
And
Adam
Kathy
Sandler
Bates.
is funny in it
Right,
too.
and Kathy Bates.
But like but Henry Winkler and Kathy Bates make that movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Henry Winkler does make so many, I don't know if it was his choices or whatever, but he really goes for it. Like, it's not just okay, Ray Liotta was in Hubie Halloween, and like he had a good role and he kind of like went for it, but he didn't go extra.
He just
you know what I mean?
played
Like,
every Ray Liotta character he's ever been.
right. But Henry Winkler in Waterboy went extra.
Yeah, he did.
Extra for that role. And like, I'm sure that like Henry Winkler seems like the type of guy that would just do whatever Adam Sandler asked him to do.
Yeah.
Put on the high heels and stomp around. Yes, done. Mr. Coach Klein.
Well done.
So now
Am I
it's-
second?
Yeah, I
Yep,
believe
you're
so.
second.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go to television,
Okay.
and I'm going to pick Coach Eric Taylor from Friday Night Lights.
I gotta check that one off my
And
list.
I know, Matt, I knew I was going to take him from you, but Friday Night Lights is just fresh in our minds right now. We're still watching it. And he's far and away like my favorite character on the show. He's just like, he's a great character. He's a great husband. He's a great father, but he's also an excellent coach.
Great role model.
Great role model. And I love Kyle Chandler. He's just a great actor. So Coach Eric Taylor is my first round pick.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys for not taking this one from me because I was convinced that he was gonna go. I did have both of them on my list, even though I've only seen a limited amount of Friday Night Lights. But my number one pick is Coach Gordon Bombay from the Mighty Ducks.
Nice.
90% of my list is hockey coaches. So I might get them all, but we'll see. Gordon Bombay, what a story. Gets pulled over for a DUI. Next thing you know it, he's coaching the junior Goodwill games. You know, he's like, he gets Charlie's mom. He gets Miss McKay. He gets the Iceland chick. And now in Mighty Ducks Game Changers, he's got Lorelai. So, you know, she was one of my TV moms. So I got myself a nice little TV family going here. Even though he's probably
really
just going to
do.
leave her for some other hot piece of ass. But a tremendous
Probably
coach.
get drunk.
Probably get drunk and drive his limo out onto the ice. So that is my first round pick. So I gotta take out Coach Klein here. So my second pick in the draft.
Don't you do it.
What?
Go ahead, pick.
My second pick is Chubbs Peterson
That's a great
from
pick.
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's thinking outside the box.
That is.
What a great coach. He stuck with Happy, even though he only had one hand. He saw something in him. He knew he had lightning in a bottle with Happy Gilmore. What Carl Weathers is another role where, like in the Sandler movie, he's a side character. And he just goes for it.
Yeah.
Oh, they won't let me play on the Pro Tour anymore. Oh, I'm sorry, because you're black? Hell no! So, Chubbs Peterson with the old wooden hand is my second round pick.
I love it. Chubbs Peterson.
Very good pick. Okay. So my second round pick is he's a player coach.
Okay.
Yes.
Player coach owner.
Yes.
And of the Flint Tropics.
Ooh!
And he is Jacket Moon.
Good one.
Just one of the unsung Will Ferrell movies in
It
general.
is.
Semi-Pro is just so freaking funny. There's just so many solid one-liners in there, and it's just such a ridiculous premise. and like talking about going for it, Will Ferrell's like, let's just throw like shit against the wall, see if it sticks. And it I don't know. I think it's a hysterical movie, and I mean he can do it all.
Will Ferrell.
Shoots the underhand free throws.
Yeah, the underhand free throws are
Wrestles a
great.
bear.
Trades laundry machine for Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What is his name? What is Woody Harrelson's name?
Mannix.
Mannix.
Yeah.
Wish it were still a washing machine.
So Talladega Nights, Semi-Pro, and then like Blades of Glory, 3 sports movies. We'll call them sports movies.
Yep.
Some of Will Ferrell's best and like unsung, like
They really are.
I think, right? I mean, Talladega Nights obviously gets its due, but Semi-Pro is definitely
Yeah, Semi-Pro and Blades of Glory do not get their due.
so funny, so good. And also, it's like Blades of Glory. The villains are Amy Poehler and
Will Arnett.
Will Arnett.
Hilarious.
And their gimmick of how they dress up like JFK and Marilyn Monroe.
Their brother and sister.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's so good. It's so
Yeah.
good. All right.
All right,
Great
Matt,
pick,
you got
Ryan.
2 here.
Matt,
Here we
back
go.
to backs.
So I thought this one would be off the board, but I guess not. So my next pick, this is the end of the second round. Jimmy McGinty.
Ooh,
Nice.
damn. He was
The
on my
Replacement.
list.
Gene Hackman in
Yep.
The Replacement.
Great one. Fucking
The Washington
great one.
Sentinels are coming to the end of their season. They're about to start their playoff run. The players go on strike. So the owner of the team, to save the team, or no, they wanted to he wanted to get the season over with.
Right.
He hires this legendary coach, Jimmy McGinty, to bring the team together. Head coach, Gene Hackman, legendary actor.
Shane Falco. Bring him in out of a marina.
John Favreau.
Yeah, I was
is
going to
in
say,
it.
as the crazy linebacker.
Another guy from Little Nicky, the kicker.
Cassius.
Cassius. So yeah, Gene Hackman. Just that's another one of those movies. Like, how did The Replacements get Gene Hackman to play?
I was going to say,
Great
like we
coach.
talked about, how did Adam Sandler get Henry Winkler? How the hell did The Replacements get Gene Hackman?
Right. In such like The Replacements is a funny movie, but it's not even like I don't think people would like hold it up as like one of the classics. It's one of those movies where you have to remind people that it exists, and then they'll be
Yes.
like, "Oh yeah, I love The Replacements," but you wouldn't be like, "Oh, The Replacements, one of my favorite comedies." You wouldn't. And Gene Hackman was the coach in that movie of a football team, a Replacements
Insane.
football team. Great movie. Coming back around now, starting off round 3, I got Danny O'Shea.
Ooh, good one. That was on my list
Nice.
too.
From The Little Giants, Rick Moranis. I just love Rick Moranis, number one. The Little Giants is a very funny movie.
It's hilarious.
2 brothers, head coaching, 2 different teams.
Big time Derek movie.
Big Derek movie. I wish Rick Moranis would act again. I think he's going to be in the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids show that's coming out on Disney Plus.
I think you're right.
Ooh.
But he's been out of the game for a while, so it'd be good to see him come back. Little Giants is a staple from my childhood. It's like Sandlot, The Mighty Ducks, Little Giants, The Big Green. Like those sports movies.
Ooh,
like
Big Green too. That's a
Big
good
Green.
one.
So anyway, Rick Moranis, Danny O'Shea.
All right, round 3. My round 3 pick, I'm glad he's still here. I'm going to go with Irv Blitzer from Cool Runnings.
Oh, John Candy. Nice.
John
That's a good
Candy.
one.
You need a good redemption story. And what better redemption story than Irv?
Love
Irv
it.
Blitzer.
I love it.
Bringing the Jamaican bobsled team to the Winter Olympics. He was a disgraced, former bobsledder. I didn't know he was actually based on an actual person.
Oh,
I wonder how mad that guy. They're like, hey, look, we're gonna make a movie about your life. He's like, all right, cool, and then it's Cool Runnings.
Right.
But like one of those like sneaky good like early '90s comedies, and John Candy's just timeless. I feel like he was too good for like almost any movie he was in, but I do love him in that movie. I feel like he stars, he shines. I love
He
him.
does.
He's very good in that movie.
So I'm gonna go with him for my round 3 pick.
Good pick.
I love it.
All right, so the last pick of round 3, it's a sort of a slash one. It's
Okay.
it's 2 guys technically.
Okay.
So I'm going with John Beebe and Walter Burns from Mystery Alaska. John Beebe was Russell Crowe, started coaching the team, and then Walter Burns, the judge of the town, a real hard ass, but the guy knew his hockey. And he decided, I'm going to step up. I'm going to coach the team, but I need you out there because I need a captain on the ice. And so...
I never saw that movie.
And so, oh, dude, that movie rules. That movie's so good.
I've never seen it all the way through.
So it's this, group of hockey players from Mystery, Alaska, and they're all like, there's like this aura about them that they're so good. They skate so fast. They're like a group of 10 guys who are amazing at hockey. And like some guy, Hank Azaria is in the movie, and he's like the black sheep of the town. Like he leaves the town, moves to New York, and he like convinces the New York Rangers to play Mystery Alaska team. And so, Russell Crowe, John Beebe, and Walter Burns like coach them up to get them ready to play a professional hockey team. So it's a really good movie. I'm trying to think who else is in it. The big guy from Lost. He's like a secondary character. He's on the ship. Like he shows up on the ship. He's got the
the guy from Smoking Aces.
Yes, he's in it. There's a couple other lesser known actors and actresses in it, but that is a solid movie. I know you would like that one, Ryan.
All right, I'll have to watch it. I'm gonna watch it right now.
Number 4, starting off the fourth round hot with an out of the box pick, another out of the box pick.
Like it.
Patches O'Houlihan from Dodgeball.
That's a tremendous out of the box pick.
Spell O'Houlihan.
I just put O''Hoolihan.
Another Hank Azaria movie. He plays young Patches O'Houlihan.
He does.
He does. It's in the training video.
Back-to-back Hank Azaria movies.
Who plays him? Rip Torn?
Rip Torn
Yeah.
plays him.
Rest in peace.
Psychopath.
So, Patches O'Houlihan, a hero to the dodgeball world, and takes a ragtag group of misfits and turns them into elite dodgeball players. What a story. Now, if he only got to those whores in his dressing room and didn't get crushed by that Luck of the Irish sign, we might be getting another appearance out of him, but what a great coach.
Great coach.
And he's got one of my favorite quotes I use all the time with Holly.
What?
You're about as useful as a poopy flavored lollipop. doesn't like it. All right, my 4th round pick is going to be none other than George Knox.
Oh, Ryan!
I'm sorry,
Damn.
did I take him?
That was my last. Yeah, that was going to be my last pick. Great
I'm
pick,
sorry.
though.
Yeah, Danny Glover, coach from Angels in the Outfield. Talk about bringing like a ragtag bunch of guys, like a baseball. Although he did have a lot of help, I guess, from the Supernatural. But you got Matthew McConaughey playing center field, getting lifted up by the Angels. You got Tony Danza, really a horrible pitcher. I can't believe they kept him in the rotation. Looking back on it, George Knox had a lot of questionable decisions as a manager, but
he made it work.
Hey, I appreciate him believing in his players. And, when the Angels are helping you out and you have this small child in the stands who is telling you what to do, sometimes you got to go with it. And I love his feud with the radio announcer because the guy spiked him. Right? Isn't that it?
Yes.
Like the radio announcer spiked him and made him retire from baseball.
Yeah.
You can't fire me. So I'm going with George Knox, my round 4 pick. Sorry, Matt.
Great pick. No, it's okay. It's okay. I had a feeling. I should have picked them earlier. So now the end of the fourth round here, I'm going to go with Tony D'Amato
Ooh, good one. I have
from Any Given Sunday.
Good pick.
I almost moved him. Like, he really could have been first, but I had a feeling that Coach Klein was going to be on one of your guys'
Yeah,
list.
he wouldn't have made it past my second round pick.
The quote unquote inches monologue from that movie before the final, for the final half of the game is like gives me chills every time, and it's one of those.
I have chills right now just thinking about it.
It's just one of those like Al Pacino monologues that brings you right to the edge of him going way overboard.
Right.
But like it's just perfect, and it hits just perfect. He's like, I can't do it. I can't do it for you. I'm too old. But I look around and I see all these young faces, and he's talking and he's doing. It's fucking incredible. And this is a game of inches, and the inches we need are all around us. Incredible movie, Tony D'Amato.
She's got a
great ass. And
I remember watching Any Given Sunday and thinking like, why is Al Pacino in this role? And then I'm like, you know what? Even if they cast him just for that one speech, it worked. It was fine.
If you have not heard that, or if you well, first of all, watch the movie because it's a good movie. But if you're not a sports movie person, watch that speech. It'll make you run through a wall, like a brick wall.
At the end when he's like, "What are you gonna do?"
So, and my last one was gonna be George Knox. Yeah, right. What are you gonna do? What does he say? What is the last part of it?
I think so. He's like talking to the team, and then he's like, "So what are you gonna do?" And then they like scan around to all the different players, and they're all like hyping themselves up.
Yeah. And
they just like go crazy. Yeah. He's just like challenging his team.
Doesn't he say like I'm trying to look up the text version of it right now, but doesn't he say like either? He's like we die as individuals or we live as a team or something insane.
Yeah, he's like, we will live as a team or we will die as individuals.
Right, that's it. Fucking.
So what are you gonna do?
Incredible.
Oh, amazing.
So good.
I'm gonna watch it.
I fucking love Al
probably
Pacino.
all night.
And my last one, this was my he was on my extended list, is Mickey from Rocky.
Oh, good one.
Nice.
Classic one.
Good one.
So yeah, and enough said on Mickey. I mean, the Rocky all-time classic movies. There's something to be said about Sylvester Stallone's staying power in Hollywood, and like these movies, and like Mickey is such a he's such a rock in like the early movies. So, the first one. So anyway, that's my first pick of the fifth round.
Damn, my list is decimated.
Gone.
I've got some good ones in there, but I want a good one. All right, this one's good.
All right, it's my turn.
It is?
Yes. It's right.
Oh, okay, good. You might take it.
I highly doubt it. So we have already used this actor before, which just goes to show how great of an actor he is. So I'm going to go with Norman Dale, Gene Hackman from Hoosier.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
Hoosiers.
That's awesome.
Kind of crazy that he played two, I guess the replacements isn't as iconic as Hoosiers, but
Yeah.
Fantastic movie about like a high school basketball coach, and it's basically like a trope, I guess, that's been used again and again. It's like a down on his luck coach gets this ragtag group of guys and has to like make the team good again. But Gene Hackman is just fantastic in that movie. I love Hoosiers.
Have you
all-time 80s classic?
Have you seen The Way Back?
I have.
It's similar, right?
It's
It's basically the same movie.
Yeah. I thought he was good in it. It just seemed like, unfortunately for him, I think he did that movie at a time in his life when he was actually
Where it was just
Ben Affleck was battling those
he was
demons.
not acting. Yeah,
He was not
I
acting.
agree.
Because he plays a drunk, like, fucked up guy a little too well.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with Norman Dale from Hoosiers for my fifth
Gene
round.
Hackman, legend in the game. Too bad his last movie was Welcome to Mooseport. It's unfortunate.
That's bad. All right, so now it's my turn,
Mr. Irrelevant. Here we go.
and I'm stuck between a couple of guys, but I'm gonna go with one that I know Ryan will appreciate. He showed me this movie first a long time ago, and I'm going with Jake Shuttlesworth from He Got Game.
Ooh, I like it.
So,
Great movie.
unfortunately, he
in my top 5 movies.
unfortunately in the movie he accidentally kills his wife. But as far as coaching his son, he pushed his son to become the best high school basketball player in the country, and I'm assuming like go on to bigger and better things. But without the coaching of Jake Shuttlesworth, even while he's out out of prison for the most of the movie.
Yeah.
He's still teaching his son lessons. He's teaching like other people around him lessons. Such a knowledgeable person who made a mistake, and his life was sort of taken away from him, but nonetheless a great coach.
Good pick.
Great movie. Denzel's great in that movie.
He is.
It's incredible.
I also I'll do a couple of my honorable mentions. Reg Dunlap from Slapshot. The fuck is his name? Paul Newman.
Yeah.
It's Reg Dunlap. Craig T. Nelson.
Coach?
Yes, but from Blades of Glory, not from Coach. Coach, Ryan, you'll like this one. Coach Ronnie Hortense from The Goon. The coach of the hockey team in The Goon. And then the coach of the Letterkenny Irish from Letterkenny. He's just coach.
Yeah.
Fucking embarrassing. And those are my honorable mentions.
Awesome.
I have a couple too. So I have Red from The Waterboy.
Oh, okay.
It's like the opposing coach.
Bayou.
Connor O'Neill from Hardball. Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a really good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I wanted to fit him in somewhere, but it just didn't work. Coach Finstock from Teen Wolf.
Oh, okay.
Who's like he's like a funny. I like him. He's pretty good in that movie. Cam Tucker from Modern Family. I feel like he was a pretty good football
coach.
Yeah.
I have him, and then Morris Buttermaker, the Walter Matthau version from Bad News Bears.
Oh, nice.
Bad News. Who was in the newer Bad News Bears?
Billy Bob.
Thornton.
That's right. Yeah, the original is better, I think.
A little more R-rated.
Yes, for sure. All right. Great draft, everybody.
Very good. So I put the draft in the document.
Excellent. I will put that up. All right, let's get into what we're watching. Ryan, start us off.
Absolutely. So continuing, I'm still watching Friday Night Lights. We've kind of, not that we put it on the back burner, but haven't watched it as much lately. So I'm still middling our way through season 3. But I still really like it, so we're going to get back to it pretty soon. Also still watching Mayor of Easttown, which is really starting to heat up. So if you guys want a good drama, especially a good like cop mystery whodunit type drama, jump on Mayor of Easttown. I also have a feeling it's going to be a really good binge. So if you want to wait, there's only 3 episodes left. So we're watching it. I know Justine watches it, and all the Barstool people are starting to watch it now because they're all tweeting about it on Sunday nights, which I kind of like. Like you missed that. Game of Thrones, I feel like, was the last appointment. I'm not comparing it to Game of Thrones, but you know what I mean? It was like that last show where it's like, oh, like you're texting all your friends.
Appointment
like,
television.
Did you see what happened on the show? So, I mean, it's not going to be that, but it's a small dose of that. So it's really, really good. Kate Winslet is great in it, and there's just so many different things happening, like with the town, with there's been murders, with her personal life, a lot of good stuff. So I'd highly recommend Mayor of Easttown. On Adam's recommendation, I watched Fat, Salt, Acid, Heat on Netflix, the cooking documentary show. Love it.
Good, right?
Oh God.
Motorcycles.
Yes. What is that?
Motorcycles coming by.
Oh, I thought it was a sound effect. Yeah, it was really good.
You watched the whole thing?
It was cool. I watched the whole thing.
I want to go to that the restaurant she worked at so bad.
I know.
It's out in California, Matt. In this restaurant, the woman that wrote this book and hosts this show. The last episode is the first one's in Italy, second one's in Japan, third in Mexico, and the last one is in California. And she goes back to like the restaurant she used to work at over there, and like they cook their steaks over an open flame. They build a fire out of wood, and they they put like herbs and stuff in the fire, and then they cook your meat over the wooden fire. That's how you get your meal. But it looked delicious. Sorry, Ryan, go ahead.
No, yeah, it's really cool. So if you like any like cooking documentaries, it's just like a very unique way to do it. So it's just 4 episodes, Fat, Salt, Acid, Heat, and each episode's in a different like country, and they really focus on that like ingredient. Mm-hmm. The fat one was my favorite just because it's in Italy.
Yeah, me too.
And I actually went there when I went to Italy in 2014 or 13.
Oh, cool.
I went to Liguria. Yeah, just like I mean, everything's olive oil, wine,
Mm-hmm.
pasta, like, but it's just better. It's just better. It's pure.
Yeah.
Yeah, really like that a
Jen
lot.
said like she got this feeling of like how much of pieces of shit Americans are by like mass producing all of the meat that we consume, and like they're like they like the pigs on the family farm were like taken care of and clean, and like it showed when they ate it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like it looked so much fresher, looked so much better, not loaded
Instead
with
of just
chemicals.
putting a million of them in there and
Exactly.
jacking them up with steroids or whatever. I also watched Moneyball,
Ooh.
which one of my favorite. I guess it's a sports movie, but it's a fantastic movie. Anyone who hasn't seen it, watch it right away. But anyone who has seen it knows what I'm talking about. But as I was watching it, it made me think of our movie pairs and how much I would like to see present day Brad Pitt and present day Jonah Hill be in another movie together. They were so good in Moneyball. Their back and forth, it was like just fantastic, and it was like, you know, there's a lot of comic relief in there with the way they interacted with each other.
Do you know who wrote?
and-
Sorry, do you know who wrote Moneyball?
Aaron Sorkin.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he was definitely the co-writer. I don't know if he wrote the whole thing, but that's what the snappy dialogue's from. But I just, and like, it just goes to show how great Brad Pitt is, because you know you're watching Brad Pitt, but it didn't, like, I believed I was watching like a general manager of a baseball team. I didn't feel like I was watching a Hollywood actor play him. And he does a lot of subtle things. So he's in, you know, meetings, or he's in his office and he's dipping,
One of the
or
boys.
he's like chewing, or he's like eating seeds. And it's like those little choices that you make that like allow you to, all right, I'm not watching Brad Pitt. Like, I'm watching a movie. He's playing Billy Bean.
Was he
but
nominated
just,
for,
like,
for that role?
I don't know.
I'll check it
That's a
out.
good
You
question.
keep
I know
going.
I know the movie was, but just a great movie, great baseball movie, and a solid supporting cast. You got Philip Seymour Hoffman played the manager. Chris Pratt, young Chris Pratt, played Scott Hatterberg. Obviously Jonah Hill. So they did a really good. I like that movie a lot. It was really good. A fun rewatch.
So nominated for 6 Oscars, including Motion Picture of the Year, Best Actor in a Leading Role, and Supporting Actor for Jonah Hill.
For Jonah Hill? Wow.
Editing, sound mixing, and adapted screenplay also. It didn't win any, but, 6 times nominated.
And it's crazy too, because they, like, the bulk part of the end of the movie is the 20-game winning streak, which is just bonkers.
Yeah.
Like a baseball team, any team, but like winning 20 games in a row. And like, I remember, like, as a Red Sox fan, I remember those early 2000s Oakland A's teams, and they were just like juggernauts in the regular season, but then they'd get to the playoffs and just always shit the bed all the time. And then the Red Sox tried to hire Billy Bean before Theo Epstein, and he turned them down. Could have been part of World Series.
Yeah, I'd like to see them lose 20 games in a row, like A+ inflatables. Softball
Man, that's
team.
all equally as impressive. I also watched this movie Wander with Aaron Eckhart and Tommy Lee Jones.
Ooh.
It was okay.
How,
It wasn't that
Is it
good.
old or new?
No, brand new, 2020.
How old is Tommy Lee Jones? Like 95?
So Tommy Lee Jones looks 15 years younger in this movie. I don't know what the heck's going on.
Tommy Lee Jones is old.
He looks way younger than I've seen him in past movies. So he looks younger in this movie than he did in No Country for Old Men.
Wow.
So I don't know what's going on. It was okay. It's kind of, I think they tried to throw too many things together in the plot. So it's about this town that is like kidnapping people, but Aaron Eckhart is drawn into it. He's like a conspiracy theorist because his wife and child were killed in a car crash. So he thinks that it's connected. There's a lot of moving parts going on. I think it was a little too ambitious.
He's only
finally, I'm
75.
What?
Not only. Yeah,
Is
he's
he?
75. 1946.
I thought he was
That's
in the
shocking
80s.
to me.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Sorry, Ray, go ahead.
Wait, so that means
And
was
finally I'm
he
watching
was
Mythic
he
Quest.
like possibly in his 60s when he shot Ad Astra?
That was 2019, so not
No.
quite.
Well, no. maybe.
No.
Probably like early 70s.
It's pretty crazy.
I don't know what it is. He looks way younger in this movie. Aaron Eckhart's good, but he does like a Christian Bale Batman thing the whole movie.
No.
He's like, I don't know what my family is. It's all right.
All right.
Take it easy, Two-Face. But my final thing I'm watching is Mythic Quest, so the way I feel about Mythic Quest is what I was expecting to feel about Ted Lasso based on the reviews.
Oh, really?
I love it. It's great. It's really funny. It's like a good workplace comedy, but it's got some of the Always Sunny like zingers in it. So it's Mac and Charlie from Always Sunny created it. Charlie's not in it, or at least isn't yet. Almost done with season 1. But Mac is like the creator of the most popular like multiplayer online video game called Mythic Quest. And he heads the team of like his second in command one of his second in commands is Cricket, David Hornsby, but just like in a regular clean cut role. He's really funny in it. There's this Australian actress. I don't know who she is. The character's name's Poppy. She's really good. She's like the creative director or the lead engineer. It's really, really funny. And it's one of those shows where like they're kind of mean to each other all the time, but like only they can be mean to each other. Like, like how Seinfeld and Sunny.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're jerks to each other, but they're only to each other. Like, if someone from the outside comes in and tries to be that way, they get like very protective. And I feel like Mac and Charlie, the actual, like they can write that type of comedy very well. Very funny. I would highly recommend it. There's a bottle episode, and it's like a flashback, which I don't know what it has to do with what's happening now yet. I don't know if they get to it, but it's with none of the normal cast. It's pretty much just Jake Johnson and Kristen Milioti. And it's really, really cool. So it's almost like it's like a show within a show. Like because those characters aren't in the show at all, like present day.
Oh, okay.
But it was really cool. It was my favorite episode of the season. It was just really well done. And Mac's sister, Rob McEnery, whatever, his sister wrote that episode.
Oh, cool.
So it was episode 5. Yeah.
Cool.
But
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's on Apple TV.
Cool.
That's it.
I got a quick list. I watched Diner for the first time all the way through.
What's that?
With Kevin Bacon and Marv from Home Alone.
Yeah, Daniel Stern.
Daniel Stern.
Ooh.
And Mickey Rourke, who is unrecognizable in this movie.
Hey, young Mickey Rourke is like
Steve Guttenberg.
So yeah, Steve Guttenberg. I didn't realize that like Mickey Rourke had a lot of work done.
so he quit acting to become a boxer.
Oh, so that's why he's all fucked up?
So he was not a good boxer. So he like got the crap kicked out of him. So he needed like plastic surgery to like fix his broken face.
Oh God. I mean, cause I remember watching it and my brother was like, that's Mickey Rourke. And I'm like, no, it's not. Like, how could that possibly
He was like,
be Mickey Rourke?
he's a very handsome guy.
Yeah. It's like, how could that be Mickey Rourke? It is. Okay. And I looked it up and I was like, fuck, that's crazy. That blew my mind. That movie gets like labeled as like a cult classic. I don't really get it. I didn't really enjoy it that much. I enjoyed watching like Kevin Bacon be Kevin Bacon. He was good. But it just, I don't know. It didn't grab me. I didn't find it that interesting.
Damn, that's a different person.
Yeah. No, right.
That's a different person.
Right. Nuts. Nothing happened. It was just like a slice of life movie that I didn't enjoy. I didn't enjoy that slice of life. So, it is what it is.
Hey, appreciate your honest opinion.
I also watched Space Cowboys, but funny thing, I didn't tell you guys about this, right? Remind me. Space Cowboys?
No.
Okay. Space Cowboys stars Tommy Lee Jones, who we were just talking about. It stars
Clint Eastwood.
Yes, Clint Eastwood, thank you. And Donald Sutherland, and then also another older guy that you guys probably wouldn't know, James Garner. So anyway, you know him?
Jennifer Garner's dad.
Really?
No, it's not.
It's gotta
No,
be.
it can't be. Yeah.
No way.
You said that with too much confidence. He was.
I guarantee he's Jennifer Garner's
He
dad.
He was old Ryan Gosling in The Notebook.
Yeah, I know James Garner is.
Is it? Are you sure, Ryan?
It's not. Don't look it up.
No, forget. I'm not looking up. Not giving it the time of day. Anyway, Space Cowboys is about these old timers that used to be in the space program, but they never got to go like up in on the big mission. And so late, I watched it so long ago now, but I forgot I had it written down in my phone. I forgot to add it into the document a long time ago. I forgot exactly what was the reasoning, but so what happened was there was a satellite that was based after Tommy Lee Jones's design that he designed, and back when he was an engineer, and it was falling back to Earth, and they had to repair it, or else something bad was going to happen, like the telecommunications were going to go down, and their only option was to send these old geezers into space to fix it. And so,
did they explain why that was the only option?
Well, no, so that wasn't the only option. They actually had as opposed to Armageddon, they had a little press back from NASA. They're like, NASA's like, that's not a good idea. Let's just teach somebody to do it. And he explained, and essentially, Clint Eastwood finds a way and gets them all aboard the mission they've always wanted to do. And it was just a fun movie from the late 90s. And then I watched Nobody this week.
How was it?
Oh my God.
What did you think?
It was amazing.
Good,
It
right?
was so
Yeah.
good. You have to rent it.
Oh, okay.
It's on Apple. It's on iTunes. The fuck with these motorcycles? Fuck you.
This is there's families
Fast and
around
Furious.
here.
So Nobody was awesome. Christopher Lloyd was awesome in it. The RZA is in it.
Whoa.
Fucking awesome. Sorry, I don't know if that was a spoiler, but he's in it.
Just really well done.
It was
right?
just very well done. I loved the thing that in John Wick that really gets me going is when everybody knows John Wick is a badass and you don't fuck with John Wick. And in this is the same thing. When that guy leaves when he first shows up at that place trying to get information on the tattoo, I mean, I'm not giving any spoilers away, but he shows up and one guy leaves the room and locks the door. He's like, oh, I don't want no part of this. Thank you for your service.
He sees the tattoo,
yes,
right?
he sees the tattoo. He's like, thank you for your service. Locks himself in the
Yeah.
other room. That was so fucking cool. Great movie, just very satisfying. And Bob Odenkirk was awesome. And you're right, Ryan. I like that he gets his ass kicked. He's not just a superhero.
Right.
It was good.
It just made it that if they brought Bob Odenkirk in present day in his mid 50s, whatever he is, and he's just bench pressing guys and all this, it's all right.
Yeah.
I know it's a movie, but you got to give me something.
little
here.
far-fetched.
So I thought they did a good job.
I could watch that bus scene again and again and again and again. It was so
Yes.
good. Loved it. And I also watched The Interview, which might be the worst movie I watched this year.
It was very bad.
It was just not funny. I like Seth Rogen, and I'm growing tired of James Franco, but I do like Seth Rogen.
I thought that was funny when I watched it. I watched it when it came out. I thought it was funny.
It didn't get me. I don't know. The actor who plays Kim Jong-un is funny. Very funny guy.
Yes.
He's in,
Jim?
what?
He's
Asian Jim, yeah. But he has I don't know if the sitcom's still on anymore, but I remember I was watching it.
Oh, Fresh Off the Boat
Fresh
on
Off the
Hulu.
Boat.
Is that funny?
Yeah.
Oh man,
it is funny.
it always pops up on my things you may like, and I think that guy is really funny, so I might check it out.
He is very funny. I found the movie not funny though, so that's where I stand on that. And that's it. So I didn't watch a speck of Lost.
Oh my god, you're killing.
Not a speck.
you son of a
Not a
bitch.
speck.
All right, so my list is even shorter than Matt's. I've only got 3 things, and 2 of them are continued watches. So first, I've almost through the first season of Banshee. It was a Cinemax show, and now it's on HBO Max.
Skinamax?
Oh, it might as well be. I was telling Ryan about it every day. You see a different set of boobs in every episode of that movie, and there's always some insane badass fight scene with the super gory. It's Matt, in the most recent one, he kicked the main guy is actually Homelander, Anthony Starr. He's the main guy. His name's he plays Lucas Hood, and he's posing as the sheriff of this town, Banshee, and he gets into a fight with this guy, and in wrestling, Pete Dunne, he does the finger manipulation, he grabs the guy's fingers and bends him and stuff. He actually does that, but basically rips the fucking guy's hand in half from here. Puts his 2 hands on these 2 fingers and rips his hand in half.
Girl, so the Star Trek greeting, but splitting your hand.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's a badass show. It really is badass. I'm enjoying it. It's one of those sort of guilty pleasure, mindless dude shows, basically. But there's a lot going on.
Boobs are good.
Boobs are good. So I'm going to keep going with that show. And I've seen a lot of people tweeting about that animated show called Invincible on Prime. And it's a show Robert Kirkman, who wrote The Walking Dead, wrote it, and there's like Lauren Cohen did a voice. I've only seen the first episode, so I don't know. If she's throughout, but Steve Yeun does the voice of the main character, and J.K. Simmons voices the other main character. So Omni-Man is the main hero, and Steve Yeun plays his son Mark. And in the first episode, Mark is like you get all the backstory, and Mark is like trying to learn his powers and stuff. He just gets his powers, and I will say, like, you find out in the first episode, there's like a sort of I haven't gotten there yet, but there's like a sort of a Homelander vibe to Omni-Man. But like they can really push the envelope because it's animated.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's almost like, I'm not a big anime guy, but it's the animation of it is almost anime-esque. So I watched the first episode. I'm going to keep going, see where it takes me. And last but certainly not least, I want to mention Solar Opposites. So I've only got one episode left in season 2, and then I'll be up to date. There's 2 8-episode seasons. It's this Justin Roiland who does Rick and Morty, and I forget the name of the other guy. But with Dan Harmon I don't think he's part of this one, the co-creator, Rick and Morty. And this show is so fucking funny. It's like, Matt, it's very close to being Rick and Morty level funny.
I gotta watch it.
It's hilarious, and they can really push the envelope because it's only on Hulu. And not that like Adult Swim holds Rick and Morty back any, but because it's exclusively on Hulu, nothing gets beeped out, and they like really fucking push the envelope on what the characters can do to each other, like fighting and sexually, and it's wild. But I was trying to.
Oh boy!
Well, they're aliens. So I want to mention one like specific part of the show. So there's 5 main characters. Mm-hmm. It's Corvo and Terry are the 2 adult aliens. Corvo is the smart one, voiced by Justin Roiland, and Terry is the dumb one, voiced by Thomas Middleditch. And then there are their replicants. So it's like a copy, but like almost teenage, high school age of Corvo, and a copy girl of Terry. Terry and Corvo are both males, and but Jessie is a copy of a replicant of Terry, and she's a girl. And Yumulak is the name of the copy of Corvo. And the 4 of them together, they're like this family. And then there's this other like small like Maggie type character from The Simpsons. It's called the pupa. And the pupa is like, it's basically like a baby or like a dog, I don't know. But the whole idea behind the pupa is when it fully evolves, it will terraform Earth for them. But right now it's just like a mass of plasma. You know what I mean?
It doesn't speak?
It's just starting to speak.
Okay.
Actually, it does speak in one episode, and the voice is Davos from Game of Thrones.
Really?
Voice, yeah. But one of my like growing favorite parts of the show is like an ongoing storyline. The 2 kids, like whenever Yumulak, the boy, gets pissed off at a human being, he shrinks them down. And he puts them in this like terrarium display in his wall. But he has so many shrunken people in there now that it's like an entire community. It's almost like a different show whenever they go to the people in the wall. And it's like people living in the wall there have like a cardboard community and like gardens, and there was a fucking Revolutionary War. It's fucking wild.
That sounds like something straight out of Rick and Morty.
Yeah, so it's taken a page right out of the Rick and Morty book, and there's a main character named Tim, and the voice of him is done by the principal from Eastbound and Down, and the lead, like the guy that's in charge of the wall, his name is the Duke, and he's voiced by Alfred Molina, and then there's a new guy in the wall who's like, you know, he was in the war, you know, what they call Wall War I. He was in the war, and his voice is Sterling K. Brown. So they get like, I mean,
they holding these people hostage?
I don't know. I
gotta watch this. I'm gonna watch
and
this.
And then Tiffany Haddish is the voice of their ship, like she does the voice of their ship.
That's funny.
So it's like so many
That's good.
funny moving parts, and then like so the people in the wall are sprinkled throughout the season, but episode 7 in seasons 1 and 2 were both completely the people in the wall, which is it's like it could almost be its own show.
And that's a Rick and Morty. You said that there's possibly a tie-in to Rick and Morty with that.
I just think it would have to be because it's very similar to, remember that episode of Rick and Morty where they get trapped in another being's wall?
Is it season 4?
No, I think it's 2 or 3.
I don't remember that. I mean, I've seen. I haven't seen any of season 4, but I've seen all of it up until.
I'll show it to you later. But I think it's fucking hilarious. I think like having Thomas Middleditch's Terry is really funny because he takes away his character takes away what little brains Morty has. You know what I mean? In Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Like sometimes Morty will do his own thing. Terry never contributes anything productive to the whatever they're getting into. So I really think it's funny. I think I'll probably go home and watch the last episode, but you'd definitely be into that. I don't know if it's quite your cup of tea, Rye, but
no, it's not.
Well,
I like the solar opposites.
Very good, very good.
And that's it. That's all I got.
Well, that's it. Do you guys have anything else you want to add?
So, James Garner is not Jennifer Garner's father.
Okay.
Shocking.
And also, before we end, we did invite Guacamole Kid, the YouTube commenter, on to talk QAnon. I know he's been waiting to join the call, but I think we're pretty much done.
Yeah,
right
we're just out of time, so maybe next time. We'll
get him next time.
All right, that's been the Average Nobody's podcast number 120 for March. It's May 13th, 2021. AverageNobodies.com is the blog. That's where our podcast lives originally, and then it shoots out like a spider's web to Apple Podcasts and Spotify and Google Play. So check it out in all those places. If you want to see our lovely faces, you can go to youtube.com/TheAverageNobodies. Most of our podcasts are on video with all three of us, so you can go there and check that out. And then other than that, Twitter @AverageNobodies. That's it.
Cool,
See you guys
baby.
next week. It's been lovely.
Isn't she lovely?